Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. Appreciate you joining me today. So I'm sure all of us who came to this conference are probably thinking, okay, we are here to learn about what AI is doing in various industries, how various businesses are leveraging AI to, increase their profit margins, etc. This discussion is a little bit different, right? So in this discussion, I'm going to be sharing how a field that is not seen as technologically advanced, as in like the makeup field, particularly Fenty Beauty, and how the AI field, which is interdisciplinary, right, can learn from the field of makeup, using Rihanna's Fenty Beauty as an example. Now, some of you might be thinking, who is this guy? Like, what does he know about makeup? My name is Emmanuel Acheampong. I have a master's from Notre Dame, where my thesis was on the intersection of AI and directed energy weapons. So if you don't know what that is, it's like laser guns for big governments around the world. And working with my co-founder, who is Derby Chukudi, the current Miss New Jersey. So there's a high probability that the future Miss USA could be a founder of an AI company. And Rafi, who's a software engineer turned consultant. And for the past 3 years, we've been working on building roboMUA, where our vision is simple: build custom AI algorithms for all skin shades. Let's go back to the Rihanna story, right? So Rihanna, who, for those who don't know, is a mega pop star from Barbados. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty, right? At that time, a lot of beauty brands were collaborating with celebrities to create products for them. And also the Kardashians, right? Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian had launched these massive beauty businesses. And what Rihanna did was that she entered this space, and her why was she wants to make sure that every woman everywhere would be included, right? And to do this, she did something really revolutionary at the time, which was she introduced the world to Fenty foundations for 40 skin shades, right? She introduced the world to Fenty foundations for 40 skin shades. Why does this matter? Or why did it matter at that time? Now, for most of you who are in makeup, you probably know this, but if you're not into the beauty space, our beauty products are not a one-size-fits-all, right? Mainly because the human skin is complex. We have various undertones, various skin shades, right? And just because something works for one particular skin shade doesn't necessarily mean it will work for another skin shade. And at that time, in 2017, what was classified as 20 shades of beige was what a lot of beauty brands used to do. So think of all the big beauty brands that existed at that time. None of them was working towards building products that fitted 40 skin shades. And that is where Rihanna came in. So from the AI perspective, right, what does this look like? How can we reform this issue that Rihanna was trying to solve from an AI perspective? This problem that we just discussed is simple. It's a computer vision problem. Computer vision is simply a form of computer science where we teach algorithms and machines to perceive the world visually like humans do, right? So, hey, I look like this. What products will work for my skin shade, right? That's a computer vision problem. Specifically, a simple image classification problem, right? So if you look like this, your shade 100. If you look like that, your shade 250. If you look like this, your shade 300. Simple image classification problem. But on the broader scale, it is a data problem, right? As you've probably been hearing over and over, if your data is not good, your algorithm is not good. So this is a data problem. But unfortunately, there is not really an extensive, inclusive image data set, right? So for all of you here, you can just go Google, right? Go to Google, try to type in porcelain skin with golden undertones, right? Or dark skin with red undertones. And you see the types of images you get to see, right? There's not a lot of that. And it's because most of the people who are mainly in the computer vision space, they don't really think about that, right? This is something that people in the beauty space think about, but people who build computer vision algorithms usually don't think like that, right? And that is where roboMUA comes in. As I mentioned earlier, me and my co-founders, we've been working over the past couple of years to build a data set. And what we did was we started using Fenty shade as our benchmark. So instead of being like, hey, this is dark skin, light skin, olive skin, medium skin, we're like, no, the human skin is more complex than that. Let us build a shade range that accurately reflects that. Fenty had done it. Let's just replicate Fenty's formula to do that. And with that, we were able to build a lot of AI ML, custom AI ML computer vision models for both the beauty and the fashion space. For those who are more interested, mostly CNNs and also multi-models, but I can discuss that later on if anyone has time to dive more into it. And what that enabled us to do was to be able to work with brands that are small, that are interested in leveraging AI, but don't have the capacity and the money that a lot of big brands like Sephora or Ulta Beauty can have, right? So an example of a use case is Nude Bar. Nude Bar is a solopreneur who's building a shapewear company. So for us, because we had that data set and because we're able to build all those custom models, we were able to work with her to release the world's first algorithms to help match skin shade to shapewear, right? So shapewear is really, really personal. And unlike various fashion brands, fashion articles, you can't return them and they can't recycle it, right? So if you buy shapewear and you return that, they have to throw it away. And because we're leveraging computer vision models for them specifically, we're able to cut their returns by 70%. On the flip side, again, since we have all this data, we've been really having a lot of fun building models for so many different companies, right? So we launched a mobile product where people can just find their shapewear across various brands, right? Over 50 brands right now. So every brand from ColourPop, Fenty Beauty, Gucci, L'Oreal, even Skims, which is Kim Kardashian's shapewear, you'll be able to find your product using our mobile app that we built just on the side. And because of that, we've had users from all around the world, right? Very, very fortunate about that. Most of our users are usually in the UAE and China, but we can have that discussion later too. But why does that matter, right? Why does building a custom models or why did Rihanna's Fenty Beauty succeed, right? Because she had that inclusive shade range. And why? What happened for that? In 2022, Forbes estimated Fenty Beauty to be worth $2.8 billion. Crowning Rihanna as America's youngest self-made billionaire at the time. And most importantly, the Fenty 40 changed the beauty industry. So now every single beauty brand on this earth now cannot just release 20 Shades of Beige, right? Rihanna set the bar. They come in, they're like, we have to meet or exceed the bar. And thankfully now there are companies like Pure Cosmetics that have over 100 shades for their products, which is a great thing, So what can Rihanna's Fenty Beauty teach the AI industry? I think she put it best when she says that there just needs to be basic questions asked. Is this inclusive? And is this for women or people of all colors and skin tones, right? So as we are building this, what she's taught us is that, hey, inclusive data sets are not just, ethical and they're not just the right thing to do. There's a, chain value to that, right? Like there's huge economic impact to building algorithms that work for all skin shades. So with that, I'm Emmanuel. I would love to hear if you have questions. And feel free to contact us. Try out a product with a QR code. Yeah.